Hi, this is the Kinneret in back of me. I'm taking some very dear friends who came to visit from England around a little, but it's Sunday and it's time for the Tippy Live. And we're coming into holiday season now. And, each holiday has its own commemoration, its own miracle, you could say. Like, Christmas has its miracles when the people who celebrate. We have in Jewish culture, we have the holiday now of Hanukkah, which celebrates some miracles that happened in our history. And I want to talk about the fact that sometimes these holidays have become more centered around what are the foods, the traditional foods that are eaten around these holidays. And then as a food addict, it becomes a very central subject or theme of the holiday is, am I going to eat those foods? Am I not going to eat those foods? Am I going to be able to not eat those foods? And I just want to talk about that because for me, as a food addict in recovery, probably one of the most wonderful miracles of the Hanukkah holiday is that there is no, I have peace of mind around it. When I made the foods that are addictive to me a hard no, then there's no discussion. And I don't think about whether I'm going to have the traditional donuts or I'm not going to have the traditional donuts. It's just not there. And that is my miracle because that is the miracle of food addicts in recovery on holidays is that the food is not about whether I'm going to eat these treats or not eat these treats. And I always encourage my clients to think about it also. I saw a post about somebody who was talking about her family, a family member of hers who makes these delectable dishes on Christmas, and how is she gonna, like, is she really gonna be able to not eat them, or libations she called it, and I encouraged her, when we think about these traditional, but also and very delicious. I mean, we don't have to, let's be realistic, but do we have to really think about them as delectable and treats and an integral, part of the holiday season that if you miss that, you miss the holiday? Or can we change our mindset and think about it that these foods are harmful and they're junk foods? And for me, these treats did not bring joy and celebration. Maybe in the first bite they did, or I thought they would, but for many, many years, all they brought with them was suffering and misery, really. So that's what I try to remember when I think about the holiday treats, the traditional treats. And that's why for me, they're not, I choose to love foods that love me back. And these foods are not my friends. They're not delectable. I don't call them delectable. I do not call them. And because once I'm putting them on this pedestal and making them like the highlight of the celebration or of the holiday, then basically what I'm saying is this is amazing and I'm missing out, poor me. But when I say yes, this is a tradition and many people partake, they can do what they want. They're adults, they're responsible for themselves. But for me, this is not part of the celebration. This is not a highlight. This is not an amazing thing that I don't eat anymore. This is something that caused me suffering and misery. And I'm so happy that I don't have to eat it anymore, that I don't, it's just not a part of my holiday. It's not a part of my celebration. I celebrate with the real significance of the holidays, why we're there, the family gatherings, and those are the things that I focus on. And that's my holiday message to you for this live. So please look in the link below because there's some really cool stuff that you can sign up for. And I will see you next week on Sippy Live.